underground.
Are you feeling this?
From the city, it never sleeps.
Party tonight.
Can't wait to put my hands on you. Do everything that your man won't do.
Deep, classic, soulful house and industrial techno.
Underground house and techno.
Let's go, let's get it.
This is Mood Swing by Wendy Escobar.
Hello and welcome. I'm Wendy Escobar and welcome to Mood Swing, episode 23, the Jordan episode, because Michael Jordan was number 23 on the Chicago Bulls. Anyway, first off, I'd like to wish everyone a happy new year and welcome everyone to the first show of the year. Now, the last few days, I played at Nameless in Santa Monica and at Paper Tiger Bar here in LA. And I was with family for the holidays in LA and in Florida. I'd also like to say a quick thank you to everyone that has reached out about the hip hop mix from last month. I was a little bit nervous about taking the show in a different direction, but I received an overwhelming amount of support. And so for this month's show, we're kind of going back to normal. I'm playing some of the more upbeat music I've been playing, but I want you to know that moving forward, besides this is the last episode where I'm going to sort of do that, I am going to really play from the heart. I'm going to be showing a deeper side of me in 2020, which I'm very excited for. Anyway, on the way, we've got tracks from Frankie Knuckles, John Digweed, and Agent Orange, who is from New York. And I'm particularly excited to play you the Whistle song by Frankie Knuckles. It's such a great classic, and I listen to it all the time. And I'm also going to play you Mike Delgado, the Murder track, which is another sort of soulful song that I found recently. So that's coming up later in the show. And on top of that, I am playing at Sound Nightclub here in LA, February 22nd. And for now, though, that's it. Let's get into it. This is Jack J with Thurston.
This is Mood Swing with Wendy Escobar. Wendy Escobar. Wendy Escobar. Wendy Escobar.
Hello, you're listening to Mood Swing, episode 23, and I'm your host, Wendy Escobar. You just heard Frankie Knuckles with The Whistle Song, and then we had Joan Digweed and Nick Muir with Mantis, and then we had Gotta Help, the Mendo remix. Anyway, as I mentioned at the top, just before Christmas, I headlined the Midnight Society takeover at Paper Tiger Bar in Koreatown. Midnight Society is a Brooklyn party, and this was an LA rendition. I played with Kelvin Larkin, who just had a release on Art of Dance, which is Kenny Larkin's label, that's his brother, and Alice KM, who is a deep house DJ from New York, living in LA. And I don't mean to brag, but it was definitely one of my best sets ever. One of my favorites for sure. So that was great. And other than that, I played an impromptu set at Nameless in Santa Monica. I had another friend playing there. I went to support her. And she asked me to jump on. She asked me to take over. So I got to play at Nameless, which is a really cool place in Santa Monica right by the beach. So recommend if you're in town. And yeah, I'm also waiting everyone to wish me happy birthday. It's my birthday. For my birthday, I kept it really chill. I've been with family in Florida. And that's it. It's time for us to get back into some music, I think. That's what the show's about. This is SQL with Border Dot, and this is Sab's Supreme remix.
Subscribe now on iTunes.
Drop.
the rhythm of the drum. So good, everybody wants some. Watch your mouth move, boy, here I come. And I move from my direction. Pretty boy, no, I don't play fair. Play with me if you want to dare. To the rhythm of the drum.
host, Wendy Escobar, and you're listening to Mood Swing, episode 23. I just played you Shift Key, Rhythm of the Drum, DJ Cass, Scooby-Doo Papa, The Groove Remix, and then we had Carlo Leo with Copa, one of my favorites of his, and Mike Delgado, the Murder track, which is one of my new favorite tracks, which I've been playing out. And so with it being this time of the year, I thought it might be worth quickly sharing some of the highlights from the last 12 months. So number one highlight is that I finished the track completely by myself, and that's a lot of progress for me production-wise. Producing isn't easy and it doesn't happen overnight, and I've been working at it for a long time, and I'm, getting there. And number two highlight would be throwing my mood swing party in New York and in LA. Even though the LA one was canceled, the process of planning a party and hiring promoters and getting to know the scene was really great and a really great learning experience. And now I know the scene people here in LA. So that was a great experience. And the Armada boat, which the mood swing party was on, sold out. So being able to throw a party that was sold out, definitely a highlight. And number three is my supporters. This year, I've really been able to get a feel for who my audience is and what my own sound is and kind of experiment a little bit here and there. So I see that in the numbers and in the people I'm engaging with, and I really feel a nice sense of community. So that's a big highlight, just the sense of community that's growing around the show and around myself. It's very nice to have. Thank you. So thank you for listening. And with that in mind, you'll get to see me get more creative this year with my music selection. I'm going to be playing more of what I listen to, what I've listened to through the years on a regular basis. And that's also going off of the hip hop show. Like that did so well. And that's literally just like, my most played songs hip hop wise. So I think I'm going to start playing, the more experimental and deep sounds that I listen to regularly that sometimes I'm afraid of playing, and I have no doubt in my mind that it'll go well. So I'm excited. Again, you're going to see a deeper side of me, but I think it's also me learning to open up, and I'm excited to do that with you guys. And I've still got a few more records to play you. This next one is 1000 BC with Whatever.
You're listening to Mood Swing.
You and me were meant to be that. Can't you fall in stars that shine. Make a wish like 3 times. Dreams come true, it's in the mind. Your wish is my command. Never thought I'd fall in love again with my best friend.
Wendy on social media.
At Wendy Escobar X.
Getting us nearly to the end of 2020's first mood swing. That was David Herrero, Together, the Holland remix. And then we had Octave 1 featuring Urban Soul Orchestra, Blackwater, which is an absolute classic from Detroit. So if you don't know this song, you need to know it. Write it down, Octave 1, Blackwater. And now next month's show, we will have a guest mix as we do every quarter. And next month's guest is someone I've kind of been holding off on, and that is Mr. V. Mr. V is our next guest. He is a friend of mine, but he was also one of my earliest supporters. I love him so much, and he shouted me out really early on, saying I was one of his favorite female DJs, and I, screamed a little bit. And I'm so excited to finally be able to share him with you guys. And also, Mood Swing's second birthday is imminent, and as I mentioned, it will be the first show where I'll be getting more creative and deep with my music selection and showing a deeper side of myself. So that's really exciting. And aside from that, I'm moving into a new place here in LA this month, so I've been busy with the move, and I will be working on music as well, obviously. And as ever, if you want to stay in touch, please reach out to me on social media at Wendy Escobar X on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Also on SoundCloud and Mixcloud. And also, if you want to check any of the shows again, please make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts. That's the best place to listen to the show. You get a little notification every time the new episode is live. For now, though, I'm leaving you with one last track. And I really wanted to play this track. Agent Orange had a huge 2019. Seems like all the big techno artists around the world were playing his tracks on like the main stage of like Tomorrowland and things like that. So he had a huge year, and he's actually from the same exact town as me in Queens, and we went to the same high school. So I wanted to include him here because he sent me some promo tracks, and this is one of them. So not that many people have this record. Anyway, this is Goodman with Give It Up, which is a classic, the Agent Orange remix. Enjoy. Peace.